Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Today's Weather Tonight. Here, as always, I'm Hudson, your meteorologist for the evening, and it's Leap Day. Happy Leap Day, everybody. Leap Day 2024. It's the only good thing about an election year. You get a little leap day in there. It's so fun. It's so fun to be alive in this day and age. You just totally don't get stressed out about elections every 4 years, and they just give you one free extra day just for all the extra stress that year. Okay. Let's get into tonight's weather. I don't want to go down a political tangent here, even though I am sitting in my parents' basement with a microphone. It does seem fitting that I would go on an unhinged rant, but not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to talk about the weather. Very normal stuff, very normal things for somebody to be talking about. Totally not something that you would get banned from Facebook for talking about. Totally not. I'd no longer stream this show on Facebook because they keep marketing, they keep flagging my stream for nudity. I'm just showing the beautiful natural curves of the earth herself. I'm sorry that you find it attractive. Facebook algorithms. I know you're made by Mark Zuckerberg, who looks like a human, like a human man made out of a computer. Just a computer, like a Dell computer came to life. I know that's what he looks like, but sorry to Facebook. I'm never naked. I'm never in the nude on this stream. So, for all of y'all joining me on Twitter and YouTube, thank you for continuing to support me in spite of my relentless harassment campaign at the hands of Mark Zuckerberg only himself. Totally not his automated content filter bots. Okay, let's go ahead and share my screen and get into the actual weather. Do y'all like it when I go on a unhinged rant? Sometimes it's fun. Like if I didn't go to stand-up comedy, did y'all know I'm a stand-up comedian? If I didn't go to stand-up comedy tonight, then I am more apt to go on an unhinged rant. But that's why you need to support your local open mics. Support your local open mics so that there are less unhinged YouTubers. Now, let's go ahead and look at what we had on Thursday, February 29th in the way of volcanoes. Suwano's Jima erupting, ash advisory from Lewotolo, Samiru, explosive activity continuing at Samiru, Merapi explosion still happening. Again, I don't understand what Timo thinks I am as a person. I need fighter jets. I need quick cable connections. I need sassy little onesie for somebody else's baby. I think I do know who they think I am. They think I'm a deadbeat 34-year-old stepdad, and I'm okay with that because that is the energy I'm giving off. I'm glad they can't tell what's actually happening here. Dukono also continued explosive activity as well as Popocatépetl. Let's see. This was yesterday's. Oh yeah, we already went over this. Matter of fact, let's see. Does this have the Icelandic meteorological office's most recent? Let's take a look at what's happening on the Reykjanes Peninsula because y'all, any day now, any day now, any day now, there will be another day. I crack myself up sometimes and just talking to myself. You know, you all out here, my one viewer, you keep me from talking to myself. It's probably my mom. And, I'm just here talking to her from downstairs, making it feel like we don't, making it feel like I'm not crazy. It feels nicer if I'm doing it through a channel that might one day be a real job. Okay, somebody please clip this down, put it on TikTok, and make this a thing. I am gonna hire a social media manager, I think, because I can't be trusted to put my own BS up there. Um, that's not even the one I want to look at. I want to look at earthquakes, all regions. Let's see what our earthquakes have looked like on the Reykjanes Peninsula. Oh, the peninsula. Slowing down. Uh-oh. Do you guys know what that means? In my opinion, slowing down means that we might be putting energy into the system that'll blow. We've had a nice low hum coming through here and then silence. So I'm excited to see this is going to blow up soon. This is definitely going to blow up within 4 days. Yes, for sure. But maybe right when I predicted, which was when the moon goes into Sagittarius. I know we're jumping around a little bit, but let me go ahead and take a look at today's planets. Don't judge me for looking up how to make my own stereo and watching RuPaul's Drag Race compilation edits. That's my. Ooh, we got a grand, not a grand cross, a something rectangle, the mystic rectangle, I think it's called, as well as a grand cross. We've got the sun opposing Jupiter in Taurus, and that is squaring Mars in Aquarius. So everybody who felt sleepy today, you got good reason to feel sleepy. It was I'm projecting. I felt sleepy all day, and so did a lot of people I talked to. There's also just a lot of the vid going around, just in the air. So even if you don't have it, you probably had to fight off some strays. You probably caught some strays out there, just out in the world. So makes sense that you might be a little sleepy. What I was saying is a fixed grand cross or a fixed T-square. I'm sorry, I said grand cross. I meant T-square. A fixed T-square is heavy. It's heavy energy. And you know why? You know how I know this? Because it's in my natal chart. Y'all, I'm a late bloomer who has barely started to bloom at 30. At 30 and a half at that. And I have a T-square in my chart between Taurus, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Those are not easy energies to manage because they all want to do their own thing. Scorpio wants to be fixed water, wants to be like shady, sly, like covert, clandestine, under the radar, but actually telling the truth. Only going under the radar because that's where you get the good scoop, the good inside story, the good investigative journalism. And then Aquarius, wants to broadcast it to the world, but like somehow telepathically already. But also a Mars in Aquarius, a little culty. Mars in Aquarius, a little cult leader-ish, if you ask me. Mars in Aquarius, surrounded by Venus and Pluto, something that is like really ready to attract in all the not too interested in investigating, just interested in communicating continuously its own stream of BS. And then Taurus, beautiful Taurus, not exactly the best place for Mars to get anything done, but Jupiter, hey, Jupiter can bring some awesome stuff, but are you drowning in stuff? Do you feel like you're drowning in materiality? Oh, y'all, hashtag confirmed. It is my mom. My mom is my only not my only viewer. I've got two out here. Everyone say hello to my lovely, Leo mom, Carolyn. Very, very nice of her to provide me life and also continued life in more ways. Just keeping me alive. That's it. Good job. Done that for a long time. And it'll be worth it someday. I promise. Today might not be that day, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. This T square was also offset a little bit by the that is all in aspect to where not aspect to uh the sun and Mercury here at 11 and 12 degrees of Pisces. So almost a relieving energy, getting a trine to the moon, which is in detriment in Scorpio. The moon is not happy in Scorpio, let me tell you. It's pretty gay for Mars to be in Aquarius, if you ask me. But it's pretty beautiful and fruitful and downright heterosexual for Jupiter to be in Taurus. But it's just masochistic and nasty for the moon to be in Scorpio, because it's in its fall. Like the moon's exalted in Taurus, wants to be in Taurus, having a great material, flouncy, beautiful, flourishing time. And the moon in Scorpio just focuses on what it doesn't have, what it lacks, what it wants, and what it's trying to get, and everything that's wrong with the current situation. Which, granted, we need Scorpio. We need that energy to be like, yeah, this is what's wrong and what needs to change. But oh my God, please don't give me more moon in Scorpio. I know we have to have the moon in Scorpio like every month, but like it gets old, especially for me, a Scorpio rising. I get very tired of the moon being in Scorpio when other people are not around to wallow in how terrible things are. If you want to wallow in how great things could be, I don't know, look at the exact opposite of Jupiter in Taurus. I think that as Jupiter approaches Uranus, we're going to see some crazy cryptocurrency stuff. That's my personal prediction. I've only bought crypto once in my life, and it was the day that Uranus ingressed into Taurus, like 7 years ago, and I won't sell until it leaves Taurus. Actually, I won't sell until like the day before Jupiter and Uranus conjunct, because we're gonna bust big. We're gonna have a big boom and a big bust. By that I mean Flatchester. By that I mean let's get back to today's weather. Looking forward to when the moon and Mercury make their way closer to dreamy Neptune and maybe drowny Neptune, rather than like really heavy anchor. Like, this is just giving anchor right now. The Saturn, Sun, and Mercury in Pisces are just giving anchor. Let's get back to what the hell I was talking about. Okay, the weather. We just talked about the planets, because I was trying to say that in a couple days' time, I think that or actually maybe it's tomorrow or the day, either Friday or Saturday, I believe the moon is going to move into Sagittarius and make a square aspect with the sun. And I think that's the aspect that the sun and moon have been in at the last couple eruptions. So that's what I'm expecting, it really coming tomorrow or the next day or the day after that. Let's go down from okay, I'm sorry, I lied. I want to go to the earthquakes. Let's go to interactive earthquake browser. Haven't been back there in a second. Probably because I don't. Okay, I'm not going to talk. Sometimes I get on here and I just can't find words. Other times I get on here and I just don't know how to possibly ever shut up. Y'all know the feeling? Maybe? No, y'all aren't Sun conjunct Mercury like me and share. Okay, that's fine. I'll do the talking then. There's got to be one of you out there that isn't my mom. There's literally 2 eyeballs visible. Okay. Looks like we got a little earthquake swarm trying to form off the California coast, as well as such a big boom in the Bering Sea and the Aleutian Islands. We had the Andrianoff Islands, Aleutian Islands, whatever culture war you want to call it. Rat Islands. Okay. Let's call it the Rat Islands. The Rat King has set off his nuclear bomb. We also had a mildly deep quake here in the Sea of Okhotsk. I don't even know. Interesting that this didn't, I mean, you see the momentum dissipate into Alaska in like a big channel, not like not a narrow little. I feel like if there was one clear path for all of the momentum to move into Alaska, it would take that. But since there is such a large area that has such active tectonic, there's a lot that can move around in the large, vast wilderness of the mountains of Alaska. So it's shaken out of a little differently. But here we have got in the this isn't the Wanda Fuca fracture zone, is it? I think it is. Just off the northern coast of California, we had 1, 2, let's see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, we had 9 earthquakes between a 3.2 and a 4.9, all at 10 kilometers depth. Very interesting how they all were just so close together and all at 10 kilometers depth. All day today. I think in looks like alternating intensity between the 3 and 4 intensity. And that comes right after we had that big earthquake out here in Idaho. Of course, not a stranger to earthquakes, Idaho is, but we've gotten a lot more energy on the actual plate boundaries over here. So I expect more momentum to be coming down through California into Texas. Because remember, y'all, this is the way that they move. They move. I'm not Dutch sense. I'm not going to tell you how to predict earthquakes. I'm just telling you what I already saw is that they're moving this way. Also interesting. Look at all these. We had a random earthquake in Illinois. Only at 2.03, but at 5.3 kilometers depth. And then down here in Tennessee, moving from like just north of Chattanooga to almost to Pigeon Forge to Brevard area. That's like kind of a straight line from Tennessee through the mountains. Y'all, this is weird because this is a line of motion that you wouldn't expect because, okay, I talk about energy going up and around in these trenches and stuff. This is, you have to go straight across so many different geological formations to be transferring any energy or for anything in this area to be felt as a ripple effect here. It's really weird. This is, I mean, let me zoom in even more. Where are these technically? Just Dayton, Tennessee, between Madisonville and Vonore in Tennessee, and Vonore, and over here in the middle of nowhere near Cullowhee, Waynesville, Brevard. I think this is near Franklin, actually. Let's look up the negative 83, 35.3. Wait, did I say the right ones? Let me switch them. It's not coming up with what I want. Okay. Show me the money. Show me Franklin. Caney Fork Township. Near Gage Gap. Near Rough Butt Bald Overlook. Okay. Near Sugar Creek and Sugar Creek Falls. All right. Right near Devil's Courthouse. Very scary place. Well, there's a couple of places in North Carolina called the Devil's Courthouse, and they're all for different reasons. But this is right in the middle of a national forest of any sort. Now this is kind of at the top of a mountain, it looks like. Let's go. Yes, terrain. That's what I want. It's kind of on the southern face of a mountain here. Southern face of a ridge. Prong from a ridge where Sugar Creek Falls is. So, really interesting to get a random earthquake out here. Actually, you could have seen it from the Cowie Mountain overlook. Also, the Shining Rock Wilderness. Y'all, okay, so this is another tangent I'm not going to go on tonight, but this area is so rich with different geological history, but also different geological properties. And there are actually magnetic anomalies throughout the world. But no matter what scale you're looking on, there are different anomalies magnetically. And I'm just going to pull it up. Because I got to talk about it. It's just so weird that we have. Okay. No, give me the actual grid. Give me the view. I want magnetic anomaly map of North America. So this all goes because I think that not gonna say it. It's not. Oh God. Okay. I can't find it. I can't find it exactly at the time that I need it, but okay, where's Control F, North Carolina? No, I can't find it. Jeez. I swear that I have seen a really easy map of this before, where there's negative and positive anomalies. That's not even what I'm talking. Okay, that's not the one I'm talking about. So, well, I will come back to this another day because I'm not going to get bogged down in a tangent again, off of a tangent. But rest assured, there's more for us to dig in here about that particular area. Okay, let's go back to our world earthquake report. I'm not gonna give y'all conspiracy theories about how this looks like the pinch point of like pinching up the, if you were to take the graph and just go okay, I'm not gonna go into it. y'all have no idea how much I keep to myself on these streams. I mean, I know I talk for an hour to an hour and a half at a time, like all the time, but you don't even know what I don't say. Okay, so we had a 4.7 here at 10 kilometers depth. 10 kilometers depth, of course, out here on the Rearcast Ridge. This is no longer even the North Atlantic Ridge. This is at the part that technically constitutes part of the Rearcast Peninsula Ridge. So we're getting the momentum. We're getting things ready out here. We're getting things ready to blow. Things are ready to explode out here in Iceland. Mark my words, the minute that moon, not the very minute, but when the moon makes a square to the sun, something weird, something hinky's gonna happen. Okay. Oh, I was going to say, interestingly quiet day for South America. Only one in northern Colombia, Chile, Bolivia border region, and in Catamarca, Argentina. Okay. We had a big triangle. Do you see this triangle of equally spaced earthquakes that are shallow fives? One here, and one here off the coast of Japan, along with quite a few others. That's a pretty nice triangle of, do you see it? Can y'all see? No, because it's in the way. My head's in the way. That nice little triangle of evenly spaced earthquakes. And then from them, let's look at how evenly spaced all of these are around the plate boundaries. Let's go into even in Mount Timor region, near between what is this? Java, Indonesia, and Papua New Guinea. We had strings, a little string of pearls of shallow 3 to 4 level earthquakes. And then we had also another 4.2 in New Zealand, a 5.4 in, that was from yesterday, down closer to the South Sea. And then we had 3 different, very extremely deep quakes in Fiji and in, I guess this is the Vanuatu Islands. Fiji, and between Fiji and Vanuatu Islands, we had 3 different upper level 4 extremely deep quakes. So what does that mean? Means that I expect that there is either energy going out of or into the plate there. Of course, we had continued Kyrgyzstan eruptions. Oh, that scared me. Somebody texted me. Off the coast of Pakistan, we had a 4.1. Also, one here in the east, in the Carlsberg Ridge. One here in the Tanganyika region. I think this is on the border of Tanzania, DRC, and is that Uganda? No, that's Uganda. The Democratic Republic of Congo and Tanzania border. So little bit more of an active day than we had yesterday. We're seeing more activity coming into the United States, more shallow activity from the depths out here in the Western Pacific. Looking forward to seeing how this plays out for the rest of us. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at our terrestrial weather. Oh, take a sip of water. Does it say keep pounding? No. I always think of, when I have my Carolina Panthers cup out, I'm always think of keep pounding water. For those of you watching this broadcast who aren't Panthers fans, that's a reference to their cardiac health research and anti-cancer research initiative. Keep pounding, but they also just make a lot of merch that says keep pounding on it, which is kind of funny. in multiple ways. It's really funny merch to have. I think that's why they did it. Some marketing genius thought of that. Okay. Continued ginormous fires out here in the panhandle of Texas. Look, the little fire indicator just gets bigger and bigger by the day. Can I have anything but weather maps? Okay. No, I can't. Okay. We've got now convergent winds. Actually, I'm going to turn my little cursor off. Can you not follow my little mouse? No? Where's that? Whatever. Okay, I can't find it. But the range fire, 0% contained. Smokehouse Creek fire, 0% contained. Unfortunately, there was a death confirmed. Somebody's grandma out here in the panhandle of Texas was not able to escape her home because the fires have crossed the main roads here. There's only like highways, like state highways that are 2-lane roads. And also, if you don't get the news, hard to know. Now, I said convergent winds. We're looking at winds coming towards the fires from all directions, blowing them, honestly, into other states. So, looks like, I mean, it's hard to say from this particular map because they don't have the fire area mapped on here. But I believe that this indicates that fires are going to spread from the south to the north now. Let's look at, what are our gusts up to? Yeah, our gusts are getting up there. Our sustained wind speeds are also pretty strong. Let's look at our precipitation though. No, let's look at our humidity. Because is it bone dry? It's not as dry as it was. It's not as dry as it could be. But the air that's blowing in directly from the south is probably as dry as it's going to get. We have that weird low over here in Arizona, New Mexico area. Oh, let me just turn that on. Let me show y'all. Oh, now it wants to disappear. Now it's going away. After I talked about it yesterday, I guess it like got remnants here and kind of fizzled out. But as you can see, all the Gulf of Mexico moisture is only making it into eastern Texas and parts of Oklahoma, not even in a meaningful way. We've got some nice storms out here in Arkansas and Louisiana, but not making an impact on those wildfires. And over here in the Pacific Northwest and West Coast, we've got that blizzard warning that is turned into basically just light snow all day, but with really strong winds. So that's the thing about a blizzard, is it's not always about the snowfall rate, it's about the combined rate of blowing snow and whiteout conditions. And you can see this convergent zone right here as it goes like this little bay that's south of the Bay Area, south of the San Francisco Bay. It's going into this little notch here and going right from there towards Reno, and really on to Boise. Having a lot of good rainfall and snowfall out here in the western United States. The rest of the country still looking pretty quiet. Sweeping through, we might get some rainfall in the southeast the next few days. Over here on the daytime side of the globe, we've got continued precipitation in Japan, that nice little low right there off the coast. That's actually right where a lot of earthquakes struck today too. No relation. I'm not saying there's a relation. I'm not saying there's no relation. It's just like interesting to note that this area where there was the low pressure, there was also a lot of earthquakes today. But there's also always a lot of earthquakes in Japan, so it doesn't mean anything. There's also wildfires here in like Bangladesh and Australia, but it's not. It's wild that the wildfires in Texas are just like globally the worst ones currently. So there's 2 in the entire continent of Africa. I guess over here in Venezuela we're looking kind of nasty as well. Getting a little fiery over here. There's that snow and rain system that I said would move into the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland. Hello out there in Belfast. If y'all are my viewers, nobody's out there, but if you're an Irish viewer, drop a something in the comments. Drop a hosier in the comments if you're an Irish viewer. Please be my friend and let me come stay at your lovely little farm in Ireland, and I promise I'll make the county proud. I don't even know what that was. I'll never do my Irish accent again if you let me come live there. That's a lie. I will do it even more if you let me come live there. The rain in Spain is not rain. The rain is not falling mainly in the plains. Okay. Verbal ticks hour. Where are we? Getting some snow in Reykjavik, getting some showers from northern Italy to southern Germany. Let's take a look at the satellite imagery, the live satellite imagery, because then maybe I'll see where our little friend disappeared to. Let's look at the goes west derived winds for 48 hours. Don't try to, no, for 24 hours. Don't try to hide anything from me. Okay. Where did my little spin up go? Y'all remember yesterday we were looking at that spin up? Let's look at 36 hours. Okay. There was totally a low here yesterday. Am I just tripping? There was absolutely a little weird low in Arizona yesterday, and I don't know where it went. That's weird. That's weird. Oh well, I only spent most of yesterday's show trying to figure it out. This, however, here, let's talk about what we can see. Looks like a beautiful swooping butterfly effect, a little attractor, again, a Larissa attractor, in a 3-dimensional infinity loop going up to down, up to down, up to down, oscillating and throwing all this moisture and northern Pacific cold, icy air onto the Pacific Northwest, and all like just really spraying California with a big gust of wind. You see these ripples blowing out here, the bowing out arc-shaped cloud lines. That's like the ripples that you see when you're blowing across soup. When you're blowing across a hot bowl of soup and you see the little ripple effect from your breath, from your sustained wind breath, that's all that is. And it can create awesome little micro storms off of and lines of independently occurring storms, because they all like skip like a stone off of the mountains. That's not exactly how it works, but you know, we've talked about adiabatic lift and how you go boop and through the doorway and you become a cloud up here and then you drop rain. Speaking of becoming clouds, look at how well these cumulus clouds are forming. They're already coming on shore with a lot of moisture and energy to become productive storms. So really good job out here for this cyclonic rotation. Also, really good job for this tropical stream of moisture, getting a lot of air into this little doldrums area to get all over Southern California. I'm sure they really appreciate that. Okay, talk about volcanoes, earthquakes, terrestrial weather, planets. Let's talk about our sun. I think it's time that we had to talk about our sun. Okay, our son. I didn't even know he had a kid. Okay. 29th. How many solar coronal mass ejections do we see? From 34 to 41. That's like more than I can count right now. No, that's 7. I saw 7 different coronal mass ejections. Let's see, mostly from the very far approaching us side of the sun and the very far away from us side of the sun. So that's pretty consistent with what we've seen lately of most of the activity being on the flanks. Let's take a look at the one that had a potential partial halo with it. Let's take a look at the one that had a potential partial halo with it. Nope. No, not going to do it. Let's try to load something else then. If you don't want to be a little bitch about it. I'm trying so hard not to cuss on stream. Sorry, y'all, for your fragility. Huh. They're talking about gamma ray bursts in the forum. I got to see this. Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that would explain it. Look at right here and right here. There's very prominent activity on both flanks of the sun, but everything facing us looking a little weak. 3590 is still in a beta gamma delta classification, even though it's on the limb, so our quality of observation is going down. And then 3595 is still in a beta gamma orientation, so that's hopeful for anybody who loves solar weather. Let's take a look at our solar flares. Man, another deep dive, another deep low today. I felt so tired today. I feel like when there's less energy from the sun, I am just you know, just feel like that when the sun gets sleepy, I get sleepy. It's let's see, going up and down again. Not looking like we got anything other than that M-class flare yesterday. Let me see if the CMEs want to load for me now. Here we go. It'll work. Come on. You can do it. Let the page finish loading and then it might work. No? Still nothing? Okay. Maybe I'm going to have to... Let me just go ahead and look at our... Let's look at our coronal imagery if we can't look at... If we can't look at the difference images, let's look at LASCO. Because it'll still show us kind of a good... no, this will the difference. Image will show us if it loads. Difference image is what we wanted from that other page anyway. Yeah, that is what I was looking for. Remember how yesterday I was like, ooh, 3590 looks like it's going to blow again. Looks like there's quite a bit of ejecta just constantly coming out of it. Oh, that's the one. That's the big one. And it was right as this planet moved. Right as we're seeing right there. Where's that? That's not a planet. That's a satellite. I don't know. Interesting. Watch it again. Look like it's the sun's little smoke rings. How are you buffering and I just loaded you? It does look to be some elevated noise, like solar radiation particles, the little sparkles coming out. That's a pretty sustained one. And so is that. That's a nice explosion. Let's see if we can waste any more of this RAM on getting a SDO image. All right, I'm gonna go straight for this one. And we're just gonna sit back and let this load. We're gonna let this load. It's gonna be so good. It's gonna work so well. Come on, Space Weather Live. I know you can do it. I know you think everyone's on their phone, and it's so sad. There's no. Show me the release. This is just, oh, well, there it was. Okay. It was a little bit of a flash up. This other one from the Corona, it looks like we can't even see the, it looks like we can't even see where it came from up on this limb. But also in the middle, let's watch these arcing and sparking their ways across the Earth-facing disk. Not giving us nothing, but kind of giving us nothing. Go, girl, give us nothing. Here we go. That was the one that we wanted to see. Let's take a look at it. Ugh, fuck Facebook. But this is the eruption that we were waiting for out of 3590, but it waited all the way until it was at the western limb to give it off. Yeah, unfortunately aimed away from our planet, so we won't get any fun aurora from that. Let's see. Not looking like we're having a strong geomagnetic storm or anything right now either. The density, okay, this is interesting. The density is way down. The plasma density is way down. I mean, it's extremely southern tilt of the magnetic field, but it's like a pretty weak one. The solar wind is a little fast, but also really not dense at all. So that's an interesting observation. Just for those trying to figure out what the solar weather does for our bodies, I guess when the density is pretty low, when we're in the ebbing state of the Parker spiral, yeah. So little bit faster wind, little less dense of an area. So you can kind of see it's in the, this is a forecast for what will happen off of that other limb event that we just had, like on the facing us limb. And that is expected to, at least from the SWPC, is expected to have a partial component hit us around the 3rd of March. So maybe that'll be a helpful trigger for any eruptions. Who knows? Maybe, could be. I'm gonna close this stream now. Oh wait, I didn't talk about our I talked about our planets, but I didn't let you know what day and hour we were broadcasting in. Broadcasting. We're in a Jupiter day in a hour. The last hour was the Jupiter hour. So actually, I started broadcasting right as it went from a Jupiter hour to a Mars hour. That's great. Okay. Let's pull a card to get a message from our cosmic weather. What are you trying to tell us today? Okay. What are you trying to tell all of us with this day, Cosmos? What's your leap day message? Thank you. All right. Out of a 3-card spread, messages from the universe for today. We have the Lovers reversed, the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and the Knight of Swords upright. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, I'm the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is impulsively going into action, thinking about, without thinking about the consequences of your words, but going into the action of words, boldly going with your idea, making action on your idea. The Lovers is a card of partnership and deals and companionship. In reverse can mean internally, also maybe a breakup, but like maybe an ending, but not the way you not in a sad way, but yeah, in a sad way. And the 7 of Pentacles reversed, maybe a lost investment, maybe a here. I'm not even gonna pretend I'm not looking this up. I'm gonna look up the Biddy Tarot interpretations. And you guys can enjoy some lovely ASMR of me doing my research in the background. Okay. Okay, for the lovers reversed, we are looking at self-love. So it's not necessarily end of love. It's also love turned inward. Maybe you and the self are the lovers. Disharmony, imbalance, misalignment of values. This is going to be pure love, and this is the card of pure love and harmony. If it's reversed, it can signal a time when you're out of sync with those around you, particularly your loved ones. Relationships and communication might be strained. Are you like, just, does it seem that people are just not on the same page and no longer seem to share the same values? Is it something that you need to work past, or something that is really signaling like a mismatch of compatibility? It also can reflect that maybe some feelings aren't mutual. It's okay. 7 of Pentacles reversed. We're looking for a lack of long-term vision, limited success or reward. Maybe this is trying to tell me something. Maybe I've been at this 2 whole months and it hasn't paid off yet, but we'll see. Also, the Knight of Swords upright. Now, this one feels better, but it also can be a little jackassy. Ambitious, action-oriented, driven to succeed, fast thinking. Kind of impulsive, kind of just doing it, just kind of going for it, even if you're not charging headlong into the wind, but maybe not thinking it through very much. Forward thinking, harness your energy by being proactive. To me, this is really giving kind of reflection upon this whole podcast here on this leap day, here on this end of a 4-year cycle of really got to go within and figure out what is mismatched in what isn't joyful about this for me. What's not coming to fruition? What do I need? I need to. I'm doing this live so that you can do this for yourself. What's wrong? What's not quite right about this? Why isn't this coming to more fruition? Maybe it's just not exactly aligned with my values yet, and I don't understand what that is. I need to go back within and figure out what my true values are, what I really love about myself and the world. Seems like maybe some divine inspiration is in order. Could be time to take a little break from the podcast, go out and do some real world joking again. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, I'm going to do some reflection upon that. Thank you all for being here with me. I really appreciate you and your unwavering support. Once again, I've been Cloud Hudson. Thank you so much for coming to this broadcast, and I will see you next week. Bye.